Greetings and welcome to Kellar Physical Education. I'd like to introduce myself. I am Mr. Verosco. Mrs. Wade is in the background recording a different video, but we would like to say hello and give you a brief overview of what PE will be like during our virtual learning. Some of the things that we have to be concerned about. We do require a small workspace. I know that you are in your home, most likely, but we need you to have a small workout space, hopefully at least 5 foot by 5 foot. Clear of debris, probably non-slip. If you're going to be on a carpet or something, that is fine. But we want to make sure you don't have any breakable items or anything where you could hurt yourself. Mondays and Tuesdays, we'll use this space for the first 10 minutes, or around for 10 minutes, for warm-up stretches and some basic exercises. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll use this almost for the entire lesson. We'll talk more about what those lessons will be in a little bit. Secondly, I know these are labeled all 111, just a glitch in the computer program. But secondly, proper footwear is required. We do understand that some of you have rules about shoes in the house. In reality, we want students to be mindful of safety and spatial awareness, just so that nothing in the house gets broken and you don't have any issues with your feet. So if you have the ability, make sure you have on shoes. If your family doesn't really want you wearing shoes in the house and you need to do something barefoot or with socks, if you are going to wear socks, only do so if you are on a carpeted area. Otherwise, if you're on some type of slick floor, a wood floor, or tile, try to go barefoot. But remember, we are going to do things like jumping. Not every single day, but we will do jumping and hopping. You do want proper footwear for that, just so that you are taking care of your feet. Third, water. We'll be preaching hydration even when we're not exercising, but have water nearby. We're not going to give you time in the middle of class to go grab a drink of water. Have water nearby, hopefully in some type of sealed container, a water bottle of sorts, but you want it in screenshot. So if we are going to be exercising, you could stay within the camera view while you get water. And lastly, we need cameras on during our Meet video session. There will be times that we will say that we don't necessarily need the camera on, but during exercise, it is absolutely mandatory that you have cameras on. If we can't see you exercise, we can't give you credit. We do have some alternatives that we will put in place. So if you do have a situation where you can't be on camera, or it's a bad day, or something's going on where you don't want your camera on that day, talk to us. We'll give you alternatives. But there are ways that you can work offline. Otherwise, if you are working online during class and we can't see you exercising, you cannot get credit for that particular classwork participation. Mondays will typically definitely have a do now activity. We will be talking about bell work. We'll have some writing most likely at the beginning of class, right as you show up. We'll talk about that during our first and second day sessions here. But one thing we will do on Mondays, teacher-led warm-up exercises, stretches, strength-building exercises. We'll have the introduction to a new unit, which will include something like background knowledge of the sport, history of the sport, benefits and downfalls. Assignments that could happen on Mondays could be definitions, could be find the rules of the sport from the internet, find the history of the history of the sport from the internet. And it could involve writing a paragraph about the history of the sport as well. Tuesdays, again, that same do now activity. We could have a video describing or showing a major skill of that sport. Example, soccer, trapping, and striking skills. So we actually have a YouTube video of that already created. We would have you watch that video and then write 3 to 4 sentences pretending like you are the teacher. Describe how to perform the skill. And that way we see in writing that you actually did watch the video that we created, and you can prove some learning is occurring. Also, a possible assignment said here, write a paragraph describing the skill. It could involve definitions as well. Monday and Tuesday are pretty much interchangeable. Wednesdays will be our workout day. We'll do things like Insanity, Jillian Michaels, Tabata, Taibo, HIIT workouts. HIIT workouts goes HIIT, high intensity interval training. The assignment those days will be participation during the video, so there will be no homework, but it'll be completely classwork. It's extremely important that cameras are on so that we can see participation. Thursdays will most likely mimic a Wednesday, but it'll be less intensity. So things like yoga, Pilates, and bar. Again, participation is the physical activity. And again, cameras need to be on so that we can see that participation. But we do have alternative means such as Flipgrid that you could use if you were absent or you absolutely have to have your camera off. We could work on something like that. But you must discuss that with us. Don't just take it upon yourself. Fridays, from this week, January 15th, all the way through March 5th, maybe even a couple weeks after that, it's Test Prep Fridays. We're going to be doing IXL training. So it says assignment is IXL until mid-March, and the focus is on ELA skills. We'll talk more about that as the Fridays come about, but until further notice, Fridays will be dedicated to computer work as opposed to physical work. We will be using Google Classroom. Check Google Classroom daily for information, announcements, assignments, and links to our daily meet session, as well as links to YouTube videos we'll be showing or the actual workout. We'll try and post those things on Google Classroom. So if something happens, you could always, like let's say the teacher gets disconnected, we will have that video available so you could connect to it even if we get disconnected from class. We also have a YouTube channel titled Kellar Physical Education. It houses all of our important videos relating to what we're covering. It's just another place to find the videos that we put in the classroom. In case you can't get onto Google Classroom on a daily basis, YouTube is a place where we can find. And we've taken a whole bunch of YouTube videos from other people, like professional fitness instructors, and we've saved them and put them in folders. So there's a very big bulge of information that you could get from there. Lastly, thank you for viewing this. We have my personal email address and Miss Wade's email address. If you're viewing this on the Google Classroom, those are actual links that you can click on. We have a Tiger Connections page. Every teacher does. It's right on the Kellar website. So prsd1435.org. Go to Kellar Middle School, and there's a Tiger Connection link. Each teacher has this. If you go to the Tiger Connection page, you can actually see week to week what is going on for that week. Thank you for viewing this presentation. We hope that all this information is valuable. If you have any questions, feel free to email.